So let's just go ahead and get this question out of the way. Pension reform. Are we going to see it before the end of the year? And how close are the House and the Senate to kind of having an agreement that could be voted on maybe in the beginning of the session?
Well, even though I'm not in leadership, I know a lot of decisions are being made by those that are in the leadership roles that they're in. But I can tell you from going out and doing town halls over the past couple of months in my Senate district, overwhelming amount of my constituents would rather us just hold off for the time being. And I think that's a smart decision at the time. I think, we're getting so close now to January 2nd, and I think the closer we get, the more that taxpayers are looking at that saying, isn't that something you probably could do in the first couple weeks of the session and devote the time? So I don't yet know what that decision is going to be. I'll support whatever our leadership tells us to do, but at the same time, I think with what we've seen with the House that's made their letter of demand to the governor's office, so let's just hold off on this, I do think that's a smart decision at the time of just waiting and seeing what's going to be done. In terms of working together, I do think both chambers have worked extremely hard to try to come up with something that's very fair, that's very balanced. Just watching recently with Senator Thayer on Newsmakers of talking about maybe a more watered down version of something that maybe doesn't include the 3%, something that also in terms of the COLAs and something maybe more of a 401A for new hires. And like I said, this is just from things I've been reading in newspaper articles that have came out. I think that is a way that we may be looking to go forward with this. But this is an issue that for all of us, I don't care if you're in urban areas or rural areas, but the pension issue deeply affects each and every one of us. If you have a district like mine, the largest employer, most of the counties are state employees, and a lot are teachers. And so it's been something for me, it's been very beneficial of going out and listening to concerns and taking those concerns to my leadership team before they're hearing from my Senate district.